Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Oh, tune it up, KD.
Tune it up, KD.
Well, I can't do jingle bells, but
Guys, it's immersion. Does it feel
immersion.
like Christmas 2013?
And Derrick Rose is there, even though he can't fucking shoot, bro. Get his ass out of here. What the
He
hell?
didn't do any. He wasn't accused of any crimes yet. There was nothing. We didn't know
2013.
anything.
It was peak. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Kevin Durant wasn't a traitor. James Harden, he wasn't full on Hitler yet.
No. Yeah, that's always a fun version of Harden to look back on. To be like, I don't know. Because he was definitely worse, but like the foul baiting worked. I'm not gonna like, you can't argue that it made him worse at basketball, but like just that version of him as like 22 and 11 assists is just like it's interesting to look back on.
Yeah, I think that last year in OKC he had like 67% true shooting or something crazy.
He was crazy.
Not in the finals though.
Nah, he
Trash.
sucked. You lost. Hey, that's going to be a theme that permeates this episode. A lot of important... You can't tell the story of the NBA players without have rings, and James Harden doesn't. And so maybe if he got into a scuffle with some of those people, he would get mogged in the marketplace of ideas.
Steph Curry was also in that commercial. He wasn't Steph Curry yet.
Yep, LeBron. He was a different kind of LeBron. Fat LeBron.
It was a gross one. He was on more EPO, you know. You know all these guys are on EPO, of course.
Estimated plus INUS. What's EPO?
INUS for O?
Yeah, it's the O. You don't say O-INUS. It's OEIUNUS.
Okay.
INUS.
Oh, let's test you on the word of the day again.
Hey, please go ahead. I feel confident in
Word
this.
Of the day. Oh, come on, Merriam-Webster. Decimate? That's too easy. Nonchalant was yesterday?
Damn,
Yo!
can't believe they didn't ask me that. I wouldn't have been able to answer anyways. I'm busy that day.
Okay. How about travail?
Oh, travail.
Of the Greek? I don't have the rest of the sentence.
Cool.
But that's how they talk.
Travail, is that to struggle and persevere?
Yeah. I mean, it refers to a difficult experience or situation.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah, that was just a guess. I haven't really heard travail used practically or anything. I just bought the biggest book that's not true. The biggest fiction book I've ever bought yesterday.
Oh, the Bible?
Shut up. God, we should pivot to that. We should be annoying atheist guys. Where it's
we should be guys who our dream is to get Bill Maher on the pod.
Oh, nice. Oh, fuck. Like, every time an NBA player is in a post, thanks to God, first and foremost, we come on here after, and we're like, yeah, maybe thanks to maybe thanks to the splitting of atoms and particles that, made your parents fall in love, idiot. God.
Yeah, thank, what's his face? What's the guy who invented evolution?
Thank Darwin.
Yeah, thank Darwin for your plus wingspan, buddy. Yeah, and... Thank me, I don't take a gun and shoot you because I'm not afraid of hell.
Yeah, I don't shoot people because it's the morally correct thing to do. It's not because I'm afraid of going to hell. By all accounts, you can shoot people and go to hell or go to heaven, I think.
Well, it depends. We'll see. That could change. We'll see who wins the conclave.
Yeah, okay. A pro-shooting pope? That would be really interesting because they would almost certainly have to be American.
Now, that would be epic. I wonder if you could convince the rest of them.
See, it would be fun.
What if only one pope walks out of the conclave? It's like Hunger Games.
Damn. Well, then they would be the pope. Well, first of all, I guess they would leave the pope. It'd be like 100 cardinals enter one pope
Oh,
leaves.
that'd be so cool. And then Red Smoke is released for the first
That would
time.
be
People are like,
so
what does that
sick.
mean?
And this is cool because then you could do like a bunch of different like warrior archetypes of popes. Like I'm thinking you got like
Yeah.
cowboy pope, ninja, maybe samurai pope, something like that.
Cross sword, cross gun. A
Yes.
lot of
Oh
different
my
cross
God.
weapons. Cross
Don't
shurikens.
yeah. And then maybe one of them has like a vampire assistant, like a like a stranger. They're like he's cool. But like everyone pulls their cross guns and swords on him the first time. That's a vampire, that kind of thing.
Oh, I'd hate to be a vampire. I could never give up garlic.
Oh, is that your problem with being a vampire?
Yeah. Because
Well, they have to give up all food. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Well, in What We Do in the Shadows, which is, to be fair, a comedy about vampires, but it takes a lot of its vampire lore pretty seriously. They don't eat food. If they eat human food, it makes them sick. They have to drink blood.
Oh, yeah. I'm not into that. Because I live to eat, literally. So.
Yeah, I'm Anthony Bourdain that way. Me
Oh,
when I put lettuce
I'm
on a
literally
sandwich.
Anthony
God,
Bourdain.
I'm literally Anthony Bourdain right now.
Oh, me when I drive for a long time and I stop at a truck stop and I don't think these people are animals. I think these people have value.
I think these people have insights. These people aren't just complete NPCs who, the world would lose no value. If I burn this place down, what would change? That's not what I think when I stop at a random truck stop. I think I need to learn these people's stories.
Sometimes the vibes are so good in the middle of nowhere, and they have more snack options, which is crazy because they're
Well, I
so
love-
far out in the middle of nowhere.
In middle of nowhere, they've been cut off. They have to create their own funky snacks, and so it's like, I don't know. Do you want like, oh, our specialty? Yeah, hay grass muffins, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
I've never seen that.
Well, I just made it up.
I'm thinking more like pretzel M&Ms. So pretzel M&Ms are scarcely available these days, but some places have them. They're to my in my book, top 3 M&M maybe.
I like pretzel M&Ms.
Def top 5.
What's your number one M&M?
Peanut.
Ooh, mini.
That's fair. Yeah. Mini might be number 2 for me. And then 3, 4, and 5. It's honestly all pretty interchangeable. It depends on the day between standard, peanut butter, and pretzel.
I really just go mini pretty much every time I can. If I can't get mini M&Ms, I'm probably going around the M&M genre entirely. I'm
That's
going
crazy.
to a different candy. If I want like a little chocolate snack like that, Bunch of Crunch is the next pick, and
Okay.
then I don't know.
Oh, see the one convenience store by me that has pretzel M&Ms also has Bunch of Crunch, which is rare. They sell it in a packet and not in the only
what?
a packet, yo. Usually the only place you see Bunch of Crunch is in Walgreens in the movie theater box, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when it dropped, Target, and this is before Target was Target was bad. And I was giving them all my money. Black History Month, I spent $8,000 at Target.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got all of their shirts that say, like I'm
the Black History Month edition Bunch of Crunch.
yeah. No, but they sold it in like a big bag, like the bulk size bag of like mini M&Ms. You could get that with Bunch of Crunch, and I would tear through that in like a day and a half. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have to avoid buying those because I have no discipline.
Did you see another person? The lady who was like, "Hey, Jeffrey Epstein flew me out to his island." She killed herself. Did you see that?
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Not Virginia Jeffrey, was it?
No, I think that's her. Yeah.
She's like the witness.
She was the witness. Now she's the depression is really sad. It can strike at any moment. Even when you have a written statement prior being like, I am not suicidal, and anything that happens to me is complete. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to do something like that. Even then, you could be depressed.
Speaking of criminals like Jeffrey Epstein. I forgot Jackson Hayes had an incident, didn't he?
Yeah, he's like a straight. I think he's a domestic abuser.
Yeah, I think it was on. I think I saw the video of it. I just can't remember.
I remember his video. It was like, it wasn't him like punching anyone in the face. Oh, I got a burp. I think it was him being like verbally abusive, but in a very scary way. That if I imagined like a 6'11" guy yelling at me that way, I'd be like, whoa. Jackson with an X, calm down. So yeah, fuck that guy. I'm glad he's getting played off the court. He's terrible as a human and a player.
Against the Lakers.
I already was, but yeah.
Screw him. And yeah, it's crazy. JJ let that slide. Now I'm happy JJ's house burned down. No. That'd be crazy.
An eye for an eye. You let the domestic abuser play? Your neighborhood's burned down. Sorry, pal.
JJ, your house burning down was my second favorite house burning down, and you have no clue how high an accomplishment that is.
Yeah, because I'm happy all the time. When those fires hit, oh man, I was.
Oh, you know who's the worst house burning down?
What?
My boys Colin and Samir.
Their house burned down?
Yeah, they both lived in the Palisades. And
That's sad.
Yeah.
That whole thing is really...
They're such nice guys.
It's crazy that happened. That was like a 48-hour news cycle thing.
Yeah, I mean, what isn't now?
I don't... Well, it's just like...
everything. Jackson Hayes didn't even get an hour.
Yeah, no. Well, that was like years ago, I'm pretty sure. I think that was like... when he... I think that was like 2018, 19, I want to say.
What?
I swear.
It was old?
I swear it was a long time. If it was something new...
It was released... Well, definitely when he's been on the Lakers.
Yes,
I feel like maybe last year.
Okay, well, regardless, fuck that guy. But then also, yeah, just like the Palisades... Because I don't know, like... some things where it's like a crazy thing happens, like the Luigi Mangione thing. Moment of silence for Brian Healthcare or whatever.
Brian Thompson.
So that is like that 48 hours because it's one thing that's remained static the entire time. Like I get it, nothing's really changed. He went to jail. They don't have that much evidence. Blah blah blah. But, like, this is, like, a thing. I don't know. Thousands of people are just, like, completely displaced. And so it's, like, it feels like there would be more follow-up on that story than I've seen as someone who hasn't actively sought any out. So maybe that's my problem is I'm not Googling what's up with the Palisades refugees or whatever. But, yeah.
There was some kind of back and forth, I remember, with Trump, where I think he's, like... Let's build with no regulation. They're like, chill, let's build with regulation. And then he's like, no, we need to do it now. And we need to sell it to these companies. Blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a whole thing.
I saw, Laura Loomer? Who is she again?
All I know is she's some crazy right-wing lady. She might be the one Trump has a crush on.
Oh, that might be her. Let me see. American political activist. So she's not actually in, like... She campaigned for the House of Representatives on a quick Google search, but she's not actually in any of the shit. And so, yeah, I read a big thread where she was calling Lockheed Martin woke. So that's an interesting pivot.
Oh, okay. That might be true.
Because they're sabotaging the F-35s. They're making bad planes and stealing the American taxpayers' dollars. And so that's woke, I guess.
That is true, isn't it? Haven't they?
Well, I thought to be industrious, to cut corners and be like a wholehearted bootstraps capitalist. I thought that would not be woke. I thought that would be like, American enterprise. You take a sucker for all they can get. Just because the American taxpayer's not paying attention, that doesn't mean I have to be a goody two-shoes all the time. I'm trying to make money here.
Well, yeah, maybe we're at the point where everyone just wants a piece of the pie, and they're like, that's my pie. Give me my piece of the pie. But speaking of Luigi, remember he got ratted out by those narc McDonald's employees.
Yes.
You know who's not narcs? I saw a clip of Culver's. Do you know Culver's?
Yes, I'm familiar with Culver's.
The
Butter Burger? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, guys. There's a Midwestern fast food place called Culver's. It's pretty epic. They have great cheese curds. I saw a video that made me so mad. It was shrinkflation in action. Their large cup holds the same amount of liquid as the small cup. And it was they put out new cups, and they're scamming cups. And
How does that work? Is there like a pocket dimension in the
Like,
small cup, or
the large is like taller, but it's thinner. So it ends up holding. It's all illusion, and it was the Culver's employees showing it.
whistleblowers?
Whistleblowers.
Shit.
They're heroes. They're
Damn,
heroes.
that was the meme back in the day. The only boys in blue I respect is Culver's, and so
I really do.
They do frozen custard. Oh my god, that
Oh
sounds
my
so good
God.
right now.
Oh
Fucking
my
hell.
god! You crack up 10,000 calories there, no sweat.
No sweat, easy. I mean, if you want to
Well,
talk
you'd
about,
be sweating, but it's a good kind of sweat.
yeah, it's the cheese curd sweats.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I about to say? I don't know. What have you been up to lately? Have you been consuming any media or anything?
Oh, I finished Invincible.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's Mark is just so. I feel like they're making him make me mad on purpose. He just kind of bugs me so much now.
Yeah.
And then I was worried about the little brother. Like, are they going to make him a psychopath? And then they had that one scene where he didn't kill the mean skateboarders, and they're like, okay, he's a good kid now.
Nice. He's a good kid because he has judgment on who to kill. Kind of based. I don't know. Did the Mahler twins need to die? Probably.
Who knows if they're gone forever?
I think they are.
They always find a way.
They were in pieces. Oh my god.
How much do they spend on voice acting for that show?
It's all of it.
Literally everyone is like every single side character. Like, and the electricity guy came.
They're
up
just
at the
dropping
end.
Aaron Paul in halfway through the season.
I was like, they showed him and his girlfriend in their apartment. I'm like, this. Oh wow, this reminds me of Breaking Bad. Jesse and
It's
and
like
that
when
one
Jesse
girl.
and Heroin Girl were hanging out.
Yeah, and then I was like listening. I was like, wait a second, that's Aaron Paul's voice. And then Amazon does the thing where they tell you who the actresses and actors are.
The most goated feature of all time.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Jeff Bezos did cook with that one, but they didn't get Jessica Jones or whatever her name is.
I
You
don't
know who
know
they
her
got?
name.
You know who they got for that short role?
Who?
Kate Mara.
Okay. What the? Yeah. And
what are we
like,
doing?
and then of course the conquest fight.
Yeah, that's Walking Dead guy. Don't care.
Don't care. Where's Rick? No, but
Why
it
do you
just
check Debbie's boyfriend? Is he anybody?
I can't remember off the top of my head. All I was gonna say is that they spend all their money on voice acting. The show looks so rough sometimes.
Yeah.
And that was the whole you missed the boat on the discourse by watching it so late. It's just like anybody, there was like the instant reaction, which is like, I like it. This doesn't look very good. Both of those things can be true. The knee-jerk reaction to that, which was people would be like, well, if you want better, go fuck yourself. Okay, it is what it is. You're being too mean. You're just judging it against all this other shit. And and then you get the final episode of the season, and it's like, oh damn, no. See, they got the sauce. Like they could make this look good if they were just given more time and resources, and instead it's just all spent on the voice acting stuff. And maybe I'm misunderstanding the process a little bit. Maybe it's more time focused than it is they're not getting funded well enough. All the money's going to the acting, but regardless, I'd rather they take their time and make it look good,
Don't they split it into they do the half season type thing, right?
I think they did last year. I don't know if they did with this season. I watched when the third to last episode came out. I just watched all of it up to that. I watched the whole new season and I just waited for the last two. Yeah.
I feel like that show could use better power scaling. Sometimes Mark feels inconsistent, but yeah, the animation, sometimes when those things happen, it's a little overblown. Like Blue Lock season 2, there were a ton of complaints with it. But I don't think it was that bad. It was much more stylized, and they did use like stills a lot and stuff, but it didn't take away from it that much for me. Invincible sometimes it was really bad. Like they cannot animate two characters kissing without it looking like horrible. And then they even had that joke scene where they like explain like how they avoid showing everything.
Well, that would be a funny joke if they weren't like constantly doing all of that. It'd be a funny joke if they're like, this is what other animators do sometimes, but it's more so just like, no, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, and if it's not Amazon Studios, like what's going on, guys?
And especially if you go back and watch the first season, it looks way better. Like the animation has gone pretty linearly down for the most part, and there's so much like dragging. The PNG dragging is what I really can't stand. There's been so many different like flight scenes or background things where like it's just clearly like a static image that's being dragged around, and it's yeah, I don't mean to shit on it too much. It is still like it's good. I like it, but to be honest, I've read a lot of it since the season ended, and I have liked the reading experience more, I think.
Is it over?
I don't know. I don't think so. TikTok's not making it seem like it because I feel like I see a new character once a week or something. But I think if it's not over, it's pretty close to done.
Guys, live commentary. The Lakers game is on. Luke is bringing it up against Naz Reid.
No, he's bringing it up against Anthony Edwards. What's your clock at?
3:45.
3:32, dumbass.
God.
Spoiler alert, it's 22-16, idiot.
Okay, so that's me too.
Shit.
God, this is going to be an uneventful next 20 seconds.
All right, and that was the trailer for this week's Patreon episode of the State of the League podcast. You can go to patreon.com/stateoftheleague to find this episode, plus every other one we've ever put up on there. Join a Discord and get access to a bunch of different fun perks, as well as supporting me, Jack, Jokic Joestar, as well as Pablo Escobar financially. So thank you very much. Go check that out, please, and thank you.